named Freddy that I'm looking after. So I am going to just simply, for the moment, work on things that aren't needing fire, as much as that's exciting. This is just adding runes to these lovely little pieces here to eventually give away, because I might as well prepare myself. It'd be lovely to be prepared in the event of crazy shenanigans that I'm able just to do this. Boop! Goes the dynamite. I'm really excited about this week. Today I'm doing the live storytelling in Discord. And then, after which, I'm going to have dinner, relax a little bit, and then I'm going to start working on the book that I've been hired to do. This is really funny. Come on. Keep it and... There we go. Put it down like that. That's how we're going to do this efficiently, is putting it down. It's important when you're working with runes to not do them sideways, because it's a bad portent, my dudes. Even if you're not superstitious, it's kind of this thing where if you do it sideways, it just looks kind of funky, as is. Boop, boop. Nice one. There we are. I kind of wish that the weather would make up its mind if it's going to be rainy, or if it's going to be sunny, or if it's going to be any other thing, because holy Toledo Batman, dude. That was crazy! What just happened? Did I shatter things? Hello? What just happened? So... Okay, that's disconcerting. I'm gonna have to see if I can find this using an interesting method, which is... Let me see if I can get this off of here. Nope, not there. I have a... Oh, there it is. Magnet that I'm gonna use on a string, I guess. If I can find a string. That was gnarly. I'm supposed to be hammering things right now, but my rune thing... Do these... No. Oh my god. Are you magnetic? Non-magnetic. Oh, slightly magnetic. It's slightly magnetic. That's okay. I just want to do what I was meant to do right now, which is hit things with a hammer, dude. And instead, it blew out from underneath my hands. That's fantastic. I guess I'm going to use it for now. Okay, yeah. For now, I'm just going to use a different rune, because I'm not going to stress about this right now. I'm not going to stress about it right now. We're just going to keep going on. This was supposed to be a relaxing thing. Not everything exploding underneath my hands, as it were, beforehand. So yeah, making these necklaces, I guess, went from being like very chill to suddenly being a lot more... I'm going to have to find that. I don't want to lose that particular rune, because that's like a really cool thing to work with. I'm using a different one now. I'm doing all right. I've lost something that I was working with. The problem is that I'm out here and there's sand. I have no idea what that is, Slater Studios. I have no idea what that is. What the hell, bro? No, I'm gonna have to pick these up. Check this out. So basically, in my blacksmithing forge area, there's sand right here, and that is like the worst thing when you're working with small movable objects, my dudes. It is the craziest thing. Said I haven't, Slater Studios. Sorry, man. But where the hell did it go? That is crazy. That is absolutely bonkeroonies, dude. Let me just see. Can I find... I guess I'm going to pick these up. So I can't do any fire right now because I'm dog sitting another dog right now who is really, 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 really anxious. You know. All right. Yeah. Oh, interesting. Boop. Yeah. Boop. Dun 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 dun. I'm from California, my dude. From California. Where'd it go? That is nuts. I'm gonna have to find this. Oh no! I was gonna go live, and it's right there. That's freaking dope. Hiding in a corner, man. Hell yeah. That's fantastic. Sorry, I had to hide someone because they're saying silly things. I don't have the spoons or the space for today. Sorry, friend. Sorry, friend. There we go. Now I can actually pull this back. Yeah, I'm out in California, so it's a nice, beautiful day out. However, I just feel like I wish our weather would be a little bit more. See, that's the problem. Yeah, I didn't like that. That's not right. Bro, get a what? No idea what that means. No idea what that means. There we go. Sick. That's a lot easier than the other thing, the dudes. I'm making necklaces, man. So I'm a blacksmith and an audiobook narrator. Unfortunately, though, I have another dog here right now that I can't really sanely use any fire or anything, you know. Oh, I can't even type right now, Captain. No worries. 1 second. So I'm making these necklaces for giveaways on my Twitch stream at the moment. Because I'd rather get these things done ahead of time. Normally I make knives, swords, rings, chopsticks, various other things as well. But because I'm dog sitting for my fiance's family, and he's a little neurotic dude, I gotta be careful. So I'm not using any fire right now because he has this habit, like even though he's a total sweet, like he's a kind of like a shepherd dog, if he comes back here while I have something on fire, he has this crazy tendency to get underneath my feet, and it's the absolute worst thing in the entire world. And I just don't want him to get hurt. Love him, love the attention that he likes to give as a dog, but holy moly, man, like, not the jam, dude. Not the jam. There we go. We're gonna go inside here. That's already done. Nice one, brother. Make just a really kind of chill, nice sort of thing. I'm excited to be starting the actual recordings of the audiobook that I've been hired to do called The Rise of Sin. Today, after I read The Fork, the Witch, and the Worm to friends in Discord today. I'm sorry if anyone afterwards, you know. Thanks, man. No, this is something that I do occasionally. I go live on the shorts thing because my main content creation is on Twitch. You know, and that's actually where I promote a lot of my blacksmithing and various things. I do blacksmithing on there occasionally, but also, you know, my YouTube channel is mostly audiobooks. You know. There we go. Maybe I can actually get something out of here. See, every time I hear him do that, dude, I want to make sure that he's doing okay. Oh, blech. Right. Pick that up. There we go. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. There we are. I just like making things for people, man. I have this thing where, like, if people are supporting a space, I want to make sure that I'm making things to give back eventually. You know, some people might say that I'm a bit nuts for, you know, having potential giveaways every single day on my Twitch channel. It's like, you know what? No, the reason that that's there, man, is because I feel like even though the content of itself is a beautiful thing, you know, Oh, Tesno, thank you so very much for stopping in, man. I'm sorry that this is not as as involved or interesting, right? As what I would normally be doing on here. There we go. That was easy to do. In fact, actually, like at some point, I am going to take where is it? Yeah, this giant piece right here. I'm going to have to turn this into a sword and drop my stuff all at the same time. A buddy of mine ordered a Final Fantasy XIV Dark Knight sword, and I'm 6 foot. It's this big thing, dude, and I'm a little intimidated by it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little intimidated by it because I've never done something this big and this particular, but I'm stoked to be doing it for a buddy of mine. And I would be getting on with like all of the other sort of like blacksmithing projects that I'd be doing, like making rings. I have some chopsticks that I need to make as well, and some letter openers. But again, having another little life form around here, man, I just don't want to goof up and accidentally be working on something and the dog runs around the corner and suddenly it's a whole dealy bop, dude. Let me get this on here. And in here, and now we're going to go back into my studio, and I'm sorry that this is not really the blacksmithing thing. I just figured that I would actually go live on here, because sometimes the community shows up and says hello. I got these all on here, so what we're going to do is get these in here, and we're going to take them inside to the recording studio, through the machine shop, and we're going to start making these necklaces, which basically just requires me to put little rings on them. And then, okay, let's go into the machine shop. Boop. Okay, nice. Dingus. Comes through here. Through the machine shop, there's my armor for live steel combat. I've made a couple other things as well, like knives from Vox Machina, and a sword from Vox Machina. Let's come into the recording studio, actually. Boop. There we go. Get that in here. A little bit of an easier time. I am going to open the door as much as I would like to, not because this doesn't have. You really cannot see when I do that, though, can you? I love lighting issues. Let's keep this open. That way I'm not. Oh, thank you. So I've built a series of tiny homes on a family's property. My fiance and I live out here in California. This is a recording room with a bunch of, as you can see, different forms of equipment in here as well. This down here. So it's easier just to kind of vibe with this here. I'm just going to make these things. I was getting stuck with this thought of just hanging out and just watching something, and I realized I have projects that I could do. I can make things for people. Come on, open. There we go. So might as well just get on with it, right? I have a hard time relaxing. Oh, no way! Hell yeah! I'm a dual citizen. Welcome in. If you don't, there we go. Let me see, there we go. Nice. Easy peasy. Okay. Oh my god, is this going to be a pain in the ass? Yes, it is. Just a little bit. Whoop. Make this a little bit easier. Hope that this just fits through easily enough. There we go. Yeah, I'm a dual citizen to England. I honestly miss it a lot. It's been a while since I've been back, though. Let me just see. I'm going to put on a little bit of music because I don't just want to sit here like a dork butt with nothing going on. Let me see if I can put on something nice. There we go. We good? Nice. Just some chill vibes while I work on this thing. No way! So Tesno, you know what's interesting? The book I'm working on, the audiobook, not that I'm writing, I have been asked to replicate an Egyptian accent. I need to reach back out to the author and be like, I'm not sure if I can do that authentically. So my worry, right, as an American audiobook narrator, I do a lot of voice acting and a lot of various different things, right? But I would hate it if the character voice that she asked me to do was Egyptian and I completely blunder it, man. Like, that is not... I don't feel good about that, right? It's like, typical American, totally thinking that they know. They're not. I can do creature voices and other various voices, and like Celtic voice is totally a thing, But I don't know. And regionally, I know that there's not just one accent within Egypt. So like people saying, "Oh, it's an Egyptian accent." It's like, nah. There's like anywhere, there are regional accents. You know what I mean? That's why Californians say oh man, if I could get you involved, dude, that'd be cool. But like, it is a solo project because I have to do the whole thing. I'm contracted to do so. So I'm gonna be doing some research this evening to listen. I think that she's thinking. It's a really weird question to ask, NF. I don't know what it is about being on the shorts content, but people ask the craziest things. No, I'm not. There we go. But my fiance is, so there we go. There we go. Getting these on here, my dude. Isn't it late, Tesnel, where you are in Egypt? I'm trying to memorize all of the time zones as best I can, which is a bit bonkers, to be perfectly honest. But I've got all of the United States down. I've got Australia down, the UK down as well. But when it comes to like Europe and Africa and other countries, there's like an hour delineation between the other ones. And even within Australia, like it's like you think, oh no way, dude. So you know what, man? I've always wanted to travel there. I've been to France, Germany, England, Denmark, Norway, Jamaica, and Austria in my life. But I feel like I want to travel more. Oh, it's 110 the Netherlands. Welcome in, Lawrence. How are you doing? Did I go to the Netherlands? So I was in I was in Denmark and then I went to Norway. In Denmark and then I went to Norway. We took a boat. It was really cool. I in terms of cultural experiences, it's not fair. Americans need to stop doing this to like homogenize different regions, right? But I loved being in Denmark and in Norway, Sorry, Eric? That's not my name. How you doing? If it's in reference to something I don't get it. How's your day going so far? I'm making rune teardrop pendants at the moment, so that's what I'm fiddling with. Really wishing I had a pair of pliers right now, but I'm just using my fingers. And this is the little recording studio that I had. That's what the blue screen up there is. Really, no mountains at all. Lawrence or Laurence? Lucas, how you doing, dude? Oh my God, come on, where'd you go at? Where'd it go? That was the thing that astounded me about Austria, was it was so mountainous. It was so green everywhere too. And then being in Norway, I think one of the weirdest things was being inside. California, dude. I'm a California kid. Not originally. I was actually from Albuquerque. Originally, but I moved when I was 4. Lawrence! Sorry. It's pure flat. So, you guys must get really beautiful sunsets then. I've not been to Pittsburgh. I've been meaning to travel more within the United States. I'm going to Florida in June, which should be interesting. I've only been there when I was like a little kid. I'm a little anxious about traveling there, to be perfectly honest, at the moment. There we go. These are not commissions necessarily yet, but I want to make sure that I have something made for people. I do like to ask people, what are some of your hobbies or your passions? Or if you're working on something right now, or if you're thinking about getting back into something. Oh, Tesno. So I love falafel. I grew up with a lot of friends from around different parts of the world. I still even though we have quote unquote places that serve falafel here, I know for a fact that there is nothing like being in the region that the food is from and experiencing it there, dude. I think some of my favorite food is Ethiopian food. But oh my god, a good falafel is hard to make. A lot of people here make it too dry. You know what I mean? It's a good place to settle down, Lucas. Is the cost of living a little bit less crazy? Also, Beautiful Skies. What book? Oh, what do you? When am I voice acting? So there's a book that's out on Amazon right now, Lawrence. That's called The Rise of Sin by Katie Thomas. I am going to be the narrator for that. Also, if you look at my channel, I've done, just as a pet project, all of the Aragon books. All of the Aragon books. And we're actually finishing up The Fork, the Witch, and the Worm. Oh my god, Wolfstar, thank you so very much for coming in and saying hello. Have you been enjoying them? I'm really, really, really grateful for you stopping in and saying hello. I'm so sorry that if you've been listening to The Fork, Witch, and the Worm, there was a period where I wasn't uploading because I was on a retreat. I'm so glad that you are enjoying them. I'm still trying to figure out what the next series that we're doing is. A lot of people have been telling me to do the Brandon Sanderson series. That makes my heart so happy. I made the books with the intention of hoping that parents could share them with their kids. So the fact that you came and it's I'm sharing it with my youngest. Sorry. That makes my heart so happy. This is actually where I record all of the videos in here. This is my little recording studio that I built myself here out in California. Thank you for stopping in. Means a lot. Oh, no way. Oh, dude. So also, Lawrence, you've also been listening to them as well? It's wonderful, Stu. I'll let you get back to the... Oh, thank you. We'll start. Really appreciate you. Hope that you enjoy the rest of the books with your youngest and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so very much for... Man, that makes my heart so happy, dude. I've been doing this as a, passion project. To become a voice actor and to hope that it would land. And, apparently, people have been going in and watching the videos, and I just really hope that... I know that sometimes there's a bit of a goof up in some of them. Oh my god, come on. Come on, you dingus. But I try my best whenever I mess up to keep in character. I record them live in a Discord, so there's some editing that does go into it. They're not just a read through. And that's what I'll be doing this evening, actually, here. If you're interested in joining the Discord to hear it live, I'm going to be making that Sortesno this week. I'm probably going to be live streaming it, though, to be perfectly honest, I might live stream the reveal more than anything, because the actual process is going to be cutting out the piece itself, and then it's not meant to be for combat. It's a wall piece, essentially. That's supposed to be really, really, really cool. There we go. I've made some other knives for them as well. And hopefully this week I'll also find some packaging to actually send. I've made a couple pieces for the Critical Role people as a gift. I hope that they enjoy them. Where's the scroll? I have this scroll right here that I'm planning on writing out. Basically a thank you letter, because it's because of their work that I felt, inspired. It's oh my god, it's a bunch of voice actors that decided to start a project together, and kind of fly by the seat of their pants, dudes. Now I feel inspired to do that, to do something as a thank you, because they kind of pushed me. I think that that's what we all need sometimes, is someone just to kind of give a little bit of encouragement. You know, I think so many people get feedback that they're not worthy of doing something, that you need to find someone that is like, no, hell with that, you do you. Morris, it's good to see you. How are you doing today? How are you feeling? Am I remembering incorrectly, Morris? Are you not feeling well today? I know that Sugarcane was feeling sick. You were feeling sick too. That's right. Tesno, you have a lovely day. Kick ass at your exams. Hope to see you again. Thank you for talking with me, and I hope that you have a lovely day in Alexandria. Thank you so much for talking with me, man. That's the beauty of YouTube, my dudes. Meeting really cool people from all over the world. You know? You still got the monster cough. Oh, Morris, I am so sorry. The heat here has been kind of ridiculous recently. We had sprinkling showers yesterday morning. You know, in the morning, and then the heat today. I'm experiencing some kind of like challenge around what I'm like. This new schedule, Morris, of like doing different things is definitely kind of freaking me out. I'm like, I think I'll be happy. I think I'll be happy. You know. I'm going back and forth on what I want to do tomorrow, essentially. You know, there is a part of me that is just like, what if I just chatted for like Tuesdays was Talky Tuesdays, where we just hang out and talk. I get exhausted though, right? Because 5 hours of carrying multiple conversations, specifically without something in the background to occupy my mind, to some degree, little rough for the brain ball. Yeah, you have an errand on Thursday. The whole is it like a cold or a cough, or is it like a flu, Morris? Because I'm beginning to wonder if I need to really pay attention to going and like getting a flu shot before I leave next month. I'm only gonna be gone for a little bit, by the way. Like, it's not the same length of time. That is apparently common and normal for viral respiratory things like this cough, cold, beast. And it was gross. Is it like coughing up phlegm and stuff? It's a chest cold. It's crazy that that's happening right now, right? Because we're in the middle of. Are we in spring, Morris? Are we in spring right now? There we go. Now I've got these all on here. Nice. Now, let's just hope that they fit onto. Please. Oh my God. Watch me having done this. Not going to be able to get these through. Blessed be. No, come on. Don't do this to me. Don't do it to me. Don't you dare. No. God damn it. God dang. It's too big, man. I'm going to have to clip this. I'm going to have to actually clip these off. Shoot. Now, how am I going to do that? Yeah, so they're going to be like almost choker size. That sucks butt, dude. Dude, yeah, Tev Pambini, honestly, especially as someone that, like, my whole job is using my voice. I'm a content creator, I'm a live streamer, voice actor. Having a sore throat sucks all of the butt. You know. I'll check, but it was like half a cup of clear meat. Oh, dude, yeah. No, Morris, I've been hearing about this. We need to get something that kind of, like, I need a tweezer. A cutter. Let's go into the machine shop really quick and see if I can find something. Oh, you know what I can do, actually? That's way simpler. Do I have that right here? I do. Okay, so, best part of really thin metal, right, is you can manipulate it. You can mold it easily. You can basically just simply do this. So because this piece right here is too big, all I gotta do is do this. Just smoosh it. Yeah, Tepem, I'm going to be live tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific, 2 Mountain Standard, 3 Central, and 4 Eastern on Twitch. Yeah. And then I think Mondays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I'll occasionally be on here going live and doing various things. Here we go. Hello, dingus. Oh, it is. So it's June 20th. So we're close. We're getting close to summer, but not yet. It is not yet. One more month of spring. I'm so ready to not have things be in bloom, because right now I'm trying to. So Morris, after story time tonight, which I hope to see you. Oh, actually, Morris, can I ask a favor? I feel really awful every time I forget to like invite people that normally come. If you'd like, or if you would, just hit interested, unless you have done, on the event. That way I can remember to, like, because I use that to message people directly. It's my way of just kind of like reaching out and checking in. You know what I mean? Also, how is Cautious Week doing? Oh, you might have already done. I'm so sorry, Morris. If you already have, I apologize. I might be misremembering. I sent out a lot of messages today, which makes me feel a little bit anxious sometimes, you know, because I hope people aren't feeling like I'm spamming them. You know what I mean? With things. There we go. It's so warm in here right now. I'm a little bit anxious about what time is it? Ooh, 4:24. We're coming up on it. By default, all the events you make. Oh, Morris, thank you so much. There we go. I'm gonna open this up now. Ooh. Yeah, I did, Tepam. Yes, I did. I have a certification in audio engineering and an associate's in social work. I have been considering going back to school for counseling. However, I have a little bit of challenge around how much college costs people nowadays versus what it can provide in terms of a job. Because ideally, I would love to be a psychotherapist. However, that's a very expensive vocation to get into. And I think I have the right temperament for it to some degree, but I'm a very empathetic person. It's very hard for me to essentially not take home the experiences of others. So we kind of thought about that a little bit. Oh, thank you, Morris. I'm doing my best to communicate better. I've been having a little, like, it's been so, like, the stuff that I learned has been so nice when I went on that retreat. But coming back, I'm having some anxiety around being a content creator again. And I'm really wondering where the root of that is. I think what it comes down to is so much is being thrown in my face about, trying to ensure one's future, right? It's like, I really believe in what I'm doing. I believe that I'm helping people. I believe that I'm helping people find, inspiration. And I think that's a worthy thing to follow. And there's been so much support in what I'm doing. But it's also a month-to-month thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, it was kind of crazy. I think that there's several people that have been going through it as well. Morris, to be perfectly honest. Kind of weird serendipity. Not in the good way. It's just like, why is this going on? Everyone that I've been speaking to has been just going through some level of challenge. Oop, there we go. And please don't feel afraid to ask any other questions, friends. You're more than welcome to ask. Let me just get this going on in here. I really need to figure out how to go live from the actual thing in here. Doing double shifts. Holy Toledo, Batman. catch up on Bonnet. I'm so glad that you are getting some time to spend with them, Morris. It's super important to have that kind of connection. I'm feeling a little bit soft and squishy because Z's birthday is tomorrow and they're not here. So that feels kind of... I've celebrated every single birthday with them for the last 7 years. You know, doing double shifts though. Cheese and crackers, man. That is gnarly. Do you like these cute little things, Morris? So these are the little like teardrop pendants. Oh, I might need to go because... Hello? Oh, okay. All good. Travel safe. My friend that's traveling right now. So what this is, Morris, what I realized was that, you know how I like to do giveaways each stream? Because I feel like my content's not enough of a give back. Which you guys have been trying to tell me, like, Hermit, it's enough. You know. Yeah. I feel, honestly, Morris, that the best part of coming back recently is that doing this Walk to Mordor challenge, my anxiety has dropped off dramatically. It's hard for me to actually get into a place of anxiety, well, you know, if I'm streaming, because I'm focused on not falling on my face, for one thing. You know what I mean? And I've since college been doing... Aww! I have one... I grew up, actually, funnily enough, with a neighbor that had the same birthday as me. And I kind of miss that a little bit. We have a couple friends that have similar birthdays to mine. But yeah. I know, Morris, like, you've been getting to know me for a little bit, but I know that before the break, I was definitely a lot more of an anxious dude. But I'm feeling a little bit... I don't know if energetically things have just felt a bit better since we integrated the treadmill. If that makes any sense. But it's nice to feel like I have some sort of journey that I'm going on. You know, that is positive and encouraging, you know. Oh, so they're going to be doing something with him instead. Well, I hope that you have a lovely time with him for your birthday. Getting these put together. Yeah, change is hard, right, Morris? I was not able to get to sleep until 2 in the morning last night because I didn't have my person next to me. And I'm trying to do this thing where, you know, I'm waking up at 7 a.m. to do this really, really good routine, which has been really helping me mentally. You know, been having a little bit of a hard time socializing. I don't know what it is. I know that I need to get off the property, though. I'm working on a thing with a friend where we're actually changing up a meeting that we have every Thursday. How you go for the, sorry, Lawrence, can you say that again? Can you repeat that? How you go from on the treadmill? Oh, how long are you going on the treadmill? So 5 hours. So Lawrence, I stream on Twitch for 5 hours. And it comes out to about sometimes 10 or 11 miles, realistically, while I'm doing it. And the idea is that I'm walking to Mordor, which is a really, really fun, like, challenge. I've had a couple of years of rather challenging experiences that have made life kind of hard, and I finally was like, you know what? I want to let go of this story that everything's going sideways. You know what I mean? He's still the breadwinner, but his kid has some money and wants to do him a return. What it is, his sister has her first real job. His dad still isn't doing anything in particular, and he's still the breadwinner. But sis has some money and wants... Oh, that's sweet of them. Aww. See, at 5 hours on the treadmill, and I'm not trying to breakneck pace things. Like, the idea is to... It's more of like a meditation while doing gaming and talking with people, which I find really, really, really fun. I definitely do nearly fall on my face, though, repeatedly, which is great. An excellent experience. I'm so glad that I haven't fallen yet. I'm so glad I haven't fallen yet. Oh my god, do I need to get in there? I have a little bit of time before we need to do the thing. You seem like to be a chill dad, not gonna lie. You know, man, father would be an interesting thing. Pep, I really appreciate that. I'm a lot of people's uncles. My fiance and I are not going to be having kids. We had that conversation. Or no, if we do, it's going to be adoption. That's an interesting thing. Is that DJ? It's good to see you, dude. How have you been, man? Thank you, Morris. I do my best. Sometimes I feel like I'm not doing enough. I can do 4 things at once. Yeah, so Lawrence, like running wouldn't work, right, on the live stream because I'd be out of breath. I wouldn't be able to talk, you know. But really the idea is that I'm doing it as a challenge for myself. But also at the end of the journey, I'm going to be asking people to send in letters of like things that have happened to them in their life that have been really hard. And the idea is that we're going to have a bonfire stream where it's like we made it to Mordor, we made it to Mount Doom. And we're going to cast all of our problems into the fire and burn them away. So that we can have an experience that we all did something together. I'm not expecting anyone else to walk the 1,779 miles that I am. You know, I have a number of community members that are autoimmune compromised and can't really even go outside. And they're like, I wish I could do this with you. And I'm like, you are doing it with me. You are doing it with me. You know. Because you're here. Do you know what I mean? What? No, DJ, I'm so sorry, dude. Holy Toledo, dude. I'm trying to think of a new way to quantify you since you expressed that brother is not the vibe. Oh, no, I mean, Morris, like... So what I mean by that... I think the only line that I have is when someone calls me dad. I don't mind platonic, like, brother-friend. Like, that's fine. I'm not people's uncle. Did I have like a resistance to that? I think it's their building of a rapport thing, Morris, over time. Do you think that they would be a big responsibility to get to the stuff? For which thing? Having kids? It's a massive responsibility. You're taking care of another human being. You are teaching them how to socialize. You are teaching them how to operate within the world. I'm very grateful for the parents that I have, honestly. Also, parents aren't necessarily who you're born with. Does that make sense, Morris? It's going to be no fun. Oh, dude, re-uploading everything? Man, you know, so on my laptop here, I swore that I saw like a bunch of new games, and I'm like, oh no, did I get hacked? And I went and looked, it's like, no, it turns out I think that this laptop just did a weird thing with its Steam library. Caitlin, welcome, and how are you doing? But if that's like the positive sibling thing, Morris, is what, like, because like I'm not everyone's uncle, right? I totally get that. Building that kind of rapport of like, I appreciate this human so much, I trust this human so very much, right? You know. I think it's when I meet someone for the first time. Oh, so Morris, that might have been when someone met me for the first time. And that always makes me anxious, because what it is it's typically a sign that the individual is having a very challenging time, and that kindness is unusual, which makes me sad. But then it becomes, in my experience, I have had people who have experienced how I've talked to them and instantly said, like, you're now my brother. And I went, we've just met. You know, you know, in spirit, as a human being walking next to you on this planet, yes, I am essentially in that place of like, I am your fellow human being that wants to see you thrive and to grow and to feel joyful. However, that connection of being a sibling, that develops with rapport and over time. I have friends that I've had for 20 years. They and I have developed that rapport where they feel like my siblings, but it took 20 years. So I have a different qualifier for the term than most people do. You know what I mean? Dude, Teppan, well, where is it 44 degrees? Yeah, no, Morris, I like, we've known each other for quite a while. You are a wonderful, supportive human being that is respectful and kind. You know what I mean? No way, St. Petersburg? I've always wanted to go. I've never been. I've heard that this is YouTube under my government name. All good. Hey, Kellen, it's good to see you. How have you been? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, no, I really appreciate it, Morris. More than anything, it's just a conversation, right? It was I think what you're remembering is when someone came in and they said 3 things to me, and then they had that particular, it's like a request for intimacy. When someone calls you that, what it is, it's codified as a request for intimacy. And to me, it's just like, I am loving, I am kind, I am open, I'm willing to really go the distance for people that I've not really met. But because I have deep, strong friendships, that term means something different to me. So it's an interesting thing in communication, right? So someone can say, this is what you are to me, but if you have a different qualifier in your mind for what it is, that's sometimes where conflict arises, because one person says one thing in terms of how they feel, and the other person has different qualifiers in terms of what they define that as. A lot better, Kellen. I went on a mental health retreat for a week. A lot of what it was that I went through was very, very challenging. Briefly touch on it and then dip away from it. I had a lot of loss in 2 months. More than anyone that I've known in a while. That's not to say that there's delineation in terms of those things. Everyone experiences their own grief the way that they do, right? So your own experience is your own experience. I can't stand it when people start measuring, their suffering from people. Don't do that, actually. Hot take, friends. Anyone that plays the pissing contest with, I have more trauma than you, that's unkind. Don't do that. Don't do that. It's unkind. It's not impressive. And what it really reveals is that you have that your need for healing is strong. You know what I mean? Dude, fractured Damas, that is a great way of putting it. Never look at someone else's bowl and to make sure it's enough. That is a beautiful way of saying that, man. Also lovely to see you. Welcome in. Let me just make sure that I'm not missing, that if I do not think of it as a brother in the emotional sense, but I have several friends, I think of it, yeah, like you find friends, right? That it's like the chosen family. Do you know what I mean? Count on for both fun and kindness and honesty. It's important to find people like that in your life. I think one of the hardest things is being in trust around that. Especially on the internet. I've definitely met people that I thought were one way, and they had alternative, alternate intentions, and it broke my heart. Because it's like, wow, on one hand, how can you be so wonderful? And on the other, how is it that the gel cap disappears and suddenly it's a whole other experience? Been listening to you read The Inheritance Cycle, and I've been loving it. Fractured Damas, thank you. Am I saying that correctly? So sorry if I'm not. That means a lot. It's a passion project. I wasn't paid to do that. I'm actually going to be working, pending my voice being okay. Going to be working on The Fork, the Witch, and the Worm this evening. I read them in Discord, which is I'm not sure if you know what that is, but it's a program where it's like a voice channel. And then I upload them afterwards. We're doing The Fork, the Witch, and the Worm, and then I'm going to be doing a mega compilation afterwards. I don't know if you've gotten a Murtag, but you can either watch that episodically or within There's two things that means so much, Dr. Demas, because that was a big undertaking. Some of it was done years ago, and I was doing it because I had friends during the pandemic that had a hard time on Mondays, and especially going back into the integration of life. They had a really hard time reintegrating, and so some of them would come home and feel overwhelmed and anxious. And I offered to start reading in Discord to people, be like, hey, you know how like there's like that whole thing of having someone read to you to bed? So that's what I do on Mondays, is I read to a room of adults to help them relax, to enjoy a story, and to recapture that kind of essence of kind of childlike wonder. Storytelling to me is a way of reminding human beings, especially with the fantasy genre, that it's despite the fact that we've all grown up, we don't have to lose that sense of wonder. Let me just get that back up here. Badongus. Oh, dude, Lawrence, so I'm going to apologize in advance. There is a portion of The Fork, the Witch, and the Worm that I was trying to read from it. It's told by an Urgle, and the first portion of it is done so. I have a bruised rib right now. I can't do the voice, so I've had to change it recently. Dude, I only got up to statistics tab, Pam. Calculus was way over my head. Fracti Damas, rooted in Latin for fractured diamond. Beautiful. And I'm listening at work, and it makes the day go by. So I'll have to join the Discord. It's in, I think on my bio, there's a check more links, beacons. You can find it there. Let me know if it doesn't work. Comment on any of the videos saying, hey, Hermit, because I do my best to get back to people. Like, hey, I would love to join the Discord. Could you please invite me? I will happily respond with an invite. I actually do watch the comments on there pretty intensely because I'm always curious about people's feedback. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, Lawrence. It's just to me, I feel like, I don't know how many of you guys have felt this, my dudes, but the world feels like a place that constantly tries to make you question yourself and feel less than. And so my whole job, because I'm a content creator full time. Twitch is where I do all of my actual stuff. Really, that's where I'm live most. Sunday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays at 1 p.m. Pacific, 2 Mountain Standard, 3 Central, and 4 Eastern. And we play fantasy RPGs, and I really just talk to people and encourage people to follow their dreams. And it's been a really beautiful journey. You know, we got partnered on Twitch a while ago and then partnered on YouTube, and we've just reached 3,000 friends on here, which is wonderful. The idea is that, in my mind, I don't want to be quote-unquote famous. I want to help as many people as possible. So the charge for creating things is not to stroke my own ego. It's to create a culture and a group of people that essentially creates a ripple effect as best as it can to teach people to be kinder, not only to themselves, but others, and to help encourage people to really pursue things that they might have given up on, like music or writing or mountain biking or poetry or drawing or crocheting. Too often we're told that we can't do something and we're not good enough. And my response whenever someone's in the middle of a project is you're making fantastic progress. Look at you go. Aren't you awesome? You're doing a thing. Oh yeah, no, statistics to me was like, it was an interesting experience. Yeah, remind what the deal is. I know they're the stream giveaways, but to the look up close. Give me just a second. Let me grab this one. I want to put this up here. So they're in a teardrop shape, but they're basically runes. They're Nordic runes because that's the most generic sort of thing that you can find realistically for these sort of things that I've stamped on here. And it's a very just kind of sweet, basic necklace. These are the pendants to give away to people. Because I feel like my content is not necessarily, like, I should be doing more. That's what I feel like all the time. So when we hit certain subscriber goals on Twitch, that's when I give these things away. And I like to sit during the day in between things, and I make things like this, where you have a rune on it. That's for prosperity and protection, etc. And look how many of these we made together, my dudes. We have, oh no, don't do that, dude. Don't do that, dude. There we go. Interesting. Did you fall apart? Just in sitting here, we have made all of these. Together. To think it took you years is crazy to me. So, well, imagine that I was reading 1 hour at a time, Lawrence, for a lot of these things. Thank you, Fractimus. I really appreciate that. We have a lot of stuff in terms of Monty Python and various things. I'm also a blacksmith. You'll be seeing. So if you've subscribed to the YouTube channel for the books, I'm going to let you know in advance that very soon you're going to start seeing this character show up. That's going to be in this. This is real plate mail. And the idea is that I'm creating this character called the Green Flag Knight that essentially either teaches positive communication or looks at bad behavior and then offers a gentle way of correcting it. Yeah, so this is my machine shop. This is actually, because of Twitch, let me show you guys a little bit of where I live. I haven't done this in a while. I built all of this with family. Take care, Tev Fam. You have a lovely day. Turn around. So this is the entrance, and the entrance has the green dragon, and then you come through here. This is all edible stuff. Oh yes, Morris. Yes, it did. There's Freddy. This is the doggo that. Buddy, how did that get there? How did that get there? There's Pippin, my little buddy. We built all of this. Go inside. Go inside, doggos. Sorry, I have neighbors. That's where I stream out of. Go inside. Go inside. Be safe. If they're going to be grumpy, don't be grumpy. Come into here. This is where I originally started working out of. So this is the place that I stream out of. I have a set for intentions for 2024 in here, and this is where my partner does art. We have our living space in there. This is a little spot, a little shrub tour. This is where I eat outside. And then these are all edible plants: lettuce, arugula, parsley. This is ginseng. We've got peppers growing here. We grow a lot of our own food: rosemary, various other things, zucchinis. That's my kale tree that I eat from every single morning. And then this is where I do all of the recordings now. I built this from the support that we've gotten on Twitch. Everyone that's ordered knives, because I'm a blacksmith as well. So you come through here. This is the machine shop area. You come through, and then I close this door to keep it. That's all of our storage. But you come back through here. Boop. And this opens up. And this is where I do blacksmithing. Out here, make knives, swords, rings, chopsticks, and various things. I was taught by a friend, and now it's part of what I do. It's not as clean as I'd like it to be. But I live on the back of my family's property here, and essentially this is the little setup. I'd take you into my sleeping space, but that's my sleeping space. Thank you, Practice Moss. So I haven't done a little tour in a while, but yeah, essentially this is my little piece of space. My family owns this property. I'm in my 30s, and I technically live with my family. They live in the front of the property, and I've stayed because my family is getting older, and I want to be here to support them as best I can. Thank you. In fact, it's taken a while to build. It originally was this building. Actually, it was originally just a tent back here. I slept in a tent here for 9 months. And then started building this space back here. Caution, I've been thinking about how long-term solutions of living someplace. It's becoming an interesting conversation. Also, really, 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 really proud of you. Yeah, Lawrence. So it's an interesting thing, right? I feel like a lot of people have this judgment. Excuse me, Pippin. Around anyone, it's like, why do you live with your family? It's like, well, I have a really good relationship with my family. I love my parents very much. I'm very grateful for them. You know, um, and to me, the best thing that I can do is offer support. I do pay for being here because I'm not just living back here with that and whatnot. I do have overhead that I manage, and I'm very, very happy today. I actually did clean a lot of this. Um, Pardon me. I need to get some water because I need to go in there right now, my dudes. Um, whew. It stands currently separate buildings on my parents' land in the mountains. I mean, see, Morris, I think it's a lovely thing. You can maintain your level of autonomy, right, while also living with family. Yeah, art and animals. That's sort of what we're hoping to do. Z and I have always wanted to have like a space where we live on our own, but at the same time be able to support other friends. You know, wow, we're about to go in there. I know that story time has become a little bit of a people been missing it a little bit. So we'll see. I did message a ton of people. Do 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 do. It's interesting. Like I've had a little bit of judgment, but I've also told others like, hey, everyone's experience is a little bit different. There's no need to be in a place of judgment, right? It is a verifiable fact that the cost of living is going up in general, my dudes. And that sometimes sticking together with family is a really wonderful way of ensuring that everyone can, in fact, feel like they can be taken care of. Let me just get this in here. Story time starting soon. We're going to have that up there. Okay, get out of the way. Oh, you silly dingus. Get out of here. Get out of here. There we go. Setting this up. Yeah. Chickens are so much fun to have, my dudes. So I appreciate you all so very much. I have to jump out of here because I'm about to go read in Discord. If you are a fan of the books and you want to come by and experience that's live, please go check out the link that's there. Yeah. So Lawrence, exactly, especially here in the Netherlands, because we are so, like a smaller country. We have 30. Yeah, and it's lovely. People taking care of each other, right? Lawrence, you have a lovely evening. Sleep well when you do, and have a fantastic have fantastic dreams. Sorry, I can't talk. All right, friends. Appreciate you guys. I will see you again sometime. I'm gonna be hopping in there right now. I'm gonna get a little bit of water. And thank you to everyone that's liked the video, and thank you to everyone. Morris, I see that you just jumped in there. Lovely. Take care of yourselves, friends. Be merciful with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Remember, it's okay to be in a place of challenge. Surround yourself with people that care about you, that are honest, and that encourage you. All right? Take care, friends.